Good morning, good afternoon and good evening to you all wherever you are in the world. My name is Nick Ferrand and these are my Italian one-take property tours. Right, I'm back from Puglia and today we are in Tuscany and it is the most gorgeous day. It really is. Tractors are out, people are cutting, spring is on its way. It's just fantastic. It's the beginning of 2023. I can't wait for the summer. Now, today's tour is basically the central part of what is an incredibly old farmhouse. This farmhouse has been in the same family for over 150 years. Can you believe it? I just think it's great, absolutely great. And basically, I've been told by the owner that this property was restored by his great-great-grandfather. Yes, you heard me right. Great-great-grandfather in, and there's a plaque above the window, 1896. Are you ready? Let's go. Oh, by the way, I will be mentioning the price at the end. Now we are in farming country and just coming up the road, I hope you can pass, yes you can, is a nice tractor. I hope it's a Lamborghini. And I'm just going to pan around and show you the surrounding areas. I know I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to tell this lovely farmer to come along. Fantastic. Right, you've got a tiny road. Now, Arezzo, which is a beautiful town, is about 30 minutes away. Monturkey, which I've shot a video in Monturkey, a couple of videos before, and that's only about 5 minutes away. And that has a supermarket and a couple of bars and a restaurant as well. Now, look at this door. Yeah. Right, let's get inside. Now, small knockers, yes. I can see them in an Egyptian style. So we walk through the door and we come into a really lovely entrance hall. And I think, what are we doing there? Yeah, I think what we're going to do is that we are going to go into the cantinas because there's some really fantastic bits of stuff which I want to show you. I wonder if I can open those in the corner. Hang on, just, oh, look at that. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. Let's just see if I can get a bit more light in here. Right. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Nothing to do about buying and selling real estate in Italy, but that has everything to do about Italy itself. And that, I've been told, is a 1961 125 Vespa. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I would just repair the engine and just keep it like that, rusty. Now, as I pull round and I pull up, you have the most beautiful ceilings. I mean, they really are just absolutely stunningly beautiful. Now, obviously, with a planning application, you can turn this to a habitable space, but at this moment in time, it is a cantina. Look at those beams. I mean, wonderful. Well, how old are they? 2, 3, yeah, 350 years old. Fantastic. Now, as I come down, I'm going to show you this because as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this was actually a working farm. Now, you see this metal thing here? I've turned this over because I just want to show you this. Hang on, you're going to have to bear with me for a sec. I'm on my knees. I bought my trusty torch. I don't want to fall down there at all. One sec. All right, turn my little trusty light in. Farming in the early 18th century. Here we go. I was going to show you this. I'll get the torch in there if I can. Look. Oh, that's better. You see that? It's huge. I mean, that's got to be about 15 feet deep. It's just phenomenal. You know what they used to keep in there? Grain for the winter. And there's 2 of them. It's really amazing. Now I'm just going to push this back so if I come out, I don't step into that hole, which would be a bit of a disaster. Right, let's pull up here. Okay, back to where we were. Fantastic tiles, and just, you know, centuries of originality, and it's just, I think it's just totally amazing. Now, the top of that grain storage was in steel, but it would have been in stone. And I'm just going to show you this. There's a slightly different color balance in here, but if I just come over here, I try to basically come down again, and I show you, oh, let's see if I get a bit of spit and polish here. I don't know if you can see that. 1783 history. It really is totally amazing, isn't it? It really is. Now, they used to have a vineyard here until 2006, and that is an old press. I would probably want, if I bought this house, to keep that, because this property, you know, although it's the central house, you know, in a tiny little hamlet, has 1.7 hectares of land. Right. Okay, let's see what we can do to get out here. Is that the door open? Yes, it does. Okay, so we come out to the back. The camera will adjust. Now, I don't know whether you want to turn that or these 2 rooms into a fantastic kitchen and other spaces as well. You've got a laundry at the end. This is now a workshop. Some work's been done in here, but it is still a cantina, and this has a boiler, and there is a washing machine and wine vats, which are all stacked up, and those are 50 litres. Now, what I really do like is I come back here slowly, and we're just going to pull around, and I'm going to go out into the garden and the view, and as I said, the camera will adjust, and as it does, yeah, wow. Now, this little part of the garden is north facing, but and you've just got just a beautiful far-reaching view over the Tuscan countryside. Can you hear the cuckoo? And the sun, if I pull round, because the next door neighbour's garden, and I'm just going to show you, so that just kisses into the lens. So we're going to get a little bit of flare. You see the sun coming in? Now, we're February, and I am going to tell you, come May and June, the sun is going to set here. So you're going to have absolutely gorgeous sunlight. And the land, the 1.7 hectares, stretches all the way down to these beautiful cypress trees, down into the woods, and it goes right the way down into the stream. And that, just below, is a really nice field. Really. What a view. Right, let's get in and I'll show you the rest of the house. Now, I think this is this back elevation here, because there's a terrace above here, and I think that that's a later addition. In fact, I know it's a later addition. Let's get back through here. Again, beautiful woodwork. It just really is stunningly beautiful. Yeah. And then also you've got, you know, these beautiful original tiles, and you know, to get back down here, I mean, you certainly don't want to take those up. You know, you just want to treat them and keep them. Now you've got a garage door, which I opened, and that's quite big. Yeah, look at that scooter. I want it. I really do. I wonder if it's for sale. Okay, and then we are just going to pull across here slowly and go into the large part of the cantina. It's really jolly big. Oh, again, beautiful, beautiful ceiling. I would have that sandblasted myself. I would have that a light sandblast and keep as much as I can, and then I would just stain it and treat it. Not stain as in basically a colour, but put a transparent stain just as a fixative. Now that's very interesting, because that door window is amazing, but that little nook there looks like it could have been another window. Yeah. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We haven't even seen the house yet. Okay, let's get in. Really lovely space downstairs on the ground floor. You know, it's potentially big enough to make up an apartment on its own. Right. Free parking directly outside the house. Okay, the door on the left hand side next to the front door we came in is just under the stairs, and that is a a wood storage area. Now, at some point, basically a new tread was put onto these stairs, and so that part is not the original stairs. Yeah, I mean, it's fine if you wanted to change it, one could. It's very practical, and I think that over the years the reason why is the fact that they've worn away to such a degree it was potentially unsafe. Just going to see if I can pull this window open so I can show you the front and the view from the front of the property as well. Now the front is obviously facing south, and again the camera will adjust, and then you've got a beautiful view across the very dinky road over the Tuscan countryside. Now this house is absolutely perfect for somebody who didn't want to be too isolated and wanted to have some neighbours around. I know the owner at the moment is helping a chap across the road, and that's really nice, neighbourly love. Right, so we come into the first room, and what we got is barrel vaulted ceiling. There's nobody living here, by the way. The electrics on this property are all external in the old-fashioned way, and I will show you that just in a second. Let me just pull around. Again, original terracotta flooring. Yeah. So remember this bedroom as we go through into the first apartment. That would just make such an ideal office space. Really would. It's south-facing window, beautiful light. And then we go into Now, this is listed as one building, and it has 2 kitchens, and that's because there are 2 owners, a daughter and a son. Now, what I think is fun is that picture over the original fireplace. Isn't that just, isn't that a bit of fun? But I'm sure that fireplace will work. And I think you could put a really nice wood burning stove in there. Yeah, lovely carved stone. And then you've got all these little, really beautifully crafted cupboards. Handmade in wood. Yeah, I definitely would want to keep those. Absolutely. Again, nice terracotta flooring. And I'm going to go and show you the kitchen now. Now, obviously, the house is absolutely livable in its present condition, but basically you might want to update 1 or 2 things. But it has just a beautiful view. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the beautiful view from the beautiful terrace. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So this property has 4 bedrooms in total and 2 bathrooms. I suppose if one wanted to, you could put another bathroom downstairs. I would probably do that myself. Right, look, these are how electrics used to be done in Italy in the old days, and that is basically the switch to go on or off. Yeah, no dimmers. Look, as the camera adjusts and you come out to this really beautiful terrace. Oh, and that's quite good because I'm going to show you a little bit more of the land as it comes down. Just to the left of me coming into view, you've got a pizza oven. And then if we step forward, you can see the cypress trees, and then I'm going to lean the gimbal down so that you can get a better look of what's going on. And as I mentioned, this field is all part of the land itself, and also this wood, and it goes right down, and at the bottom there's a stream. Really interesting having so much land, you know, in a little hamlet. The sounds of the Tuscan countryside. Now this property was, the outside facade was rendered at some point. I don't mind that. I think I might start painting it on a Sunday afternoon. But can you see that basically now I've opened the windows which are facing south, that, well, I can see it because my eyes can adjust to it, and unfortunately the camera can't. But I've got a wonderful open aspect. I'm going to show you that as we go up to the next level. So this is bedroom 2. And again, it's a really good size double room. I'm just going to come up and see if I can get out of the light and show you the wood. Yeah, stunning. absolutely stunning. I just, you know, it's a testament to Italian craftsmen and builders that something can be in such a wonderful condition when the restoration is over. What? Like 130 years old. Now the bathroom on this level has a sink on the right hand side, and then as we come through it has a bidet and a toilet and a shower unit, and that obviously is a much later addition, and I would say to you I would be looking to probably change that. It's got gas central heating. Also, if you can see the towel rail right in front of us, that is not a structural wall, so there would be a good possibility that you could put a door there and just move that radiator slightly, and then you could have this bedroom, which is on the right hand side, which is the first one which we saw, and then that could, you know, technically be a Jack and Jill bathroom with, you know, technically an ensuite. I'm gonna pull forward because I want to show you that. Can you see? Yeah, you get that vista as well from the front of the building. Now, as I come up, you can see a very classic Italian style of arches and a central wall with the stone tread leading up to the second floor. And this is the original tread. Now, I'm not quite sure if this tread was replaced, you know, when the building was restored in 1896, but and I can see this undulation here, and that is basically for people walking up and down the stairs. And somebody has put a glass door with steel here just to make sure that this apartment is separated from the one downstairs and you can retain the heat. Beautiful door, beautiful shutter. Yeah, I actually quite like that painting. Oh, look at the woodwork. Yeah. Then we're going to come into, now we are on the second floor, and again, super big double bedroom. It really is. And this door would have led to the other house. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, look at that. It really is just beautiful. If I come round and pull the camera around, you will see, which looks to me like a late 30s, early 40s bedroom suite. Again, I want to just come down and show you this flooring. Yeah, it's just you just need to get some wax on that. Now, the benefit with this property is that it has a brand new roof. So, you've got a choice. You can either do a little or you can do a lot. But as I said, there's so many original features here. And you certainly would want to retain as many of those as possible. I can hear voices outside. I'm just going to pull around a little bit, and we're not going to go up and just see if I can get some light in there. And yeah, there's going to be enough light just to show you, the attic space. New roof. And then we get into, it's got a door on it, but into the second level. And that's really interesting. So the great-great-grandfather must have put this chimney in because it's got the same date stamp, which is 1896. Fantastic. And there, right, if we look up, and he's potentially saved part of the original painting and fresco, and that definitely, to me, looks in the style of arts and crafts, and looking at the date and everything about it, I would say, yes, it is. So I would say to you that I think those wooden cupboards are actually older than 1896. Again, a really nice proportioned room. You're talking 250 square meters. And that's a big house. I mean, you've got, at this moment in time, as I said, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Now, this bathroom is identical to the one below. Now, it has no window. That's okay. If I just see the other one, which I mentioned about the going through, see, that is not a supporting wall. What you can hear is the extractor fan. Oh, we come along here. Try to get out of that light. I wonder whether you could probably look at taking more of the plaster off to reveal some of this original painting. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Right. And again, there's not a lot of furniture up here, and the ceiling height, someone's asked me to tell you about the ceiling height. Well, we are on the top floor now, and I would say that ceiling height is about 3 and a bit meters. But again, it's a really good size double bedroom. Now, with a bit of remodeling, you might want to actually, if you were going to spend a bit of money on the house, would be probably to have the kitchen, dining, living space downstairs, and then potentially look at having bedrooms and bathrooms upstairs. just keep it the way it is. Now, as I mentioned, it is actually listed as one house, but as it's owned by the brother and the sister, they have divided it at this moment in time to create separate dwellings for when they individually come. Just going to hang on a minute. Oh wow, I didn't realise that. Oh, look at these tiles. Well, if any of you have followed my videos, I do love the period of the 1970s, and yeah, I know. And in here you've got, oh, look at the way that's just been put into the corner like that. Yeah, you've got a powder room, a cloakroom, or a WC. Oh, isn't that great? Fantastic. Okay, we're going to get out to the terrace, and then I'm going to give you the details. As I mentioned to you, basically we are the second week of February 2023, and basically the sun is setting right here. But I would tell you by May, June, July, the sun is going to set over here. So you will be able to come out here in your evening and watch the sun setting over the Tuscan countryside. Isn't that just totally amazing? Right, location beforehand, Arezzo, half an hour, Monturkey, well, I can see it. It's there. I'm going to show you. Come on, let's just get this over. Right. Oh, can you see it? Look, you can see it in the distance. It's just here. Back to focus. How fantastic. Let me put the camera back down. Wow. Oh. Perfect. Monturkey has one of the most famous Renaissance paintings in the world by Piero della Francesca, The Pregnant Madonna. If you haven't seen it, you do need to see it. You can look it up online, but you really need to come and see it. Santa Poco, 25 minutes away. Arezzo, Florence, hour and a half. No, Florence, hour and a half. Probably an hour and a half. Rome, about 2.5 hours. The building was restored in 1896 by the owner's great-great-grandfather, and it used to be one big building, and then it was divided between 3 brothers. At the moment it's owned by a sister and a brother, and they are utilising this space in the summer. The original building was built, the foundations, as we saw when we looked at those grain stores, and I just think that's incredible, isn't it? I would probably want to put toughened glass instead of actually having the metal, and then I would want to have lights inside, and I would want to have that as a feature. It has 4 bedrooms and it has 2 bathrooms, and then we found another WC as well. 250 square meters in total. You're surrounded by just absolutely gorgeous Tuscan countryside. It's just fantastic. Now, the property tax is 1,300 euros a year, 1,300 euros a year. And the rubbish tax is about 400 euros a year. And the price, 245,000 euros for, in my view, a little jewel. I mean, you could come and live here full time, couldn't you? You could either spend a little or a lot. I mean, 245,000 euros. You know, I mean, it's not a €1 house, but I just think that it's got great potential, and it's got so many beautiful original features, and we are in Tuscany. just absolutely great. And I don't know whether that price includes the scooter. Well, it might not be here. My name is Nick Ferrand and these are my Italian one-take property tours for all of you who have subscribed to this channel. And I say this every week and I do mean it with great sincerity. I just can't thank you enough. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, we are shooting for the stars for 100,000 subscribers. And if you would be so kind and just push those buttons, and that would help me so I could help you. Until the next tour, I'll see you very soon. Thank you so much. Goodbye.